Hello, my name is Donna and I'm an educator with ByWater Solutions. Today I'm going to show you an exciting enhancement in 1911 that comes from bug 23435, and this allows you to add multiple copies of an item when you're receiving in serials. One of the questions we get asked quite frequently is about managing multiple copies of a single serial subscription. So for instance, I have one title, but I receive multiple copies of this. In the past, you would have to do things like just use notes on the record or have multiple subscriptions, which could be very confusing, things like that. But now with this exciting enhancement, you're able to receive multiple copies of an item when you are receiving through serials. Now you do need to make sure that you have your subscription set to create items when you are receiving. So we're going to head over to serials and take a look. I'm going to go ahead and look for library journal. I know we get several copies of this. Okay, so there's my subscription. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this. And then you can see in my information for that subscription that I do go ahead and serial receipt creates an item record. So you do need to have that set up for your subscription. But once that is set up, you are ready to go. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just receive my copies of this title. So as I come through, it says, okay, the next one should be this. It was published on 5/11. It was expected. Status has now arrived. So I can go ahead and just add my arrived note. And then you'll see that it does go ahead and open up my item editing section. So I can go ahead and make any sort of notes in here, things like that. I'm going to go ahead and put in my barcode. We do have our barcodes auto incrementing, so it'll increase by 1 for each one of these. This is something that if you are not using barcodes in here like this, where you are using like pre-printed ones that are not automatically incremented, this can be a workflow process that you think about, and you could go ahead and kind of create fake ones that would be specifically for serials to auto increment the barcodes, and then everything else you would go ahead and use your pre-printed ones and scan those in. But anyways, so I've got that set in here, and now this magic little entry at the bottom, the number of copies to be made of this item. So I go ahead and I'm going to type in 6 because we get 6 copies of those. Again, I could go through here and do all of my changes to my collection code, shelving location, anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and choose my shelving location for periodicals, and my collection code is going to be reference because these are going to the professional collection. So now I go ahead and just click on save. It's going to go ahead and process all 6 of those. It takes just a second to create those records. And so now we can go ahead and see that that has been created. When I look at my subscription now, I'm going to go ahead and open this up into the Biblio record. You will see as I scroll down that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 copies of this volume. 144, number 14, all have been checked in, all have that barcode attached to them. So really exciting to be able to do this. I just know that this is going to be an exciting enhancement for a lot of folks, and it's going to hopefully simplify your workflow. Thank you for joining me for this brief overview of this new enhancement that will allow multi-receiving when you're in serials. This tutorial is a production of ByWater Solutions.